What's up, guys? This is Showtime's Fight Form. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you watch the whole thing through. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on social media at Showtime Sanders. And let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes, guys. Let's get it in it. Now, today's question is going to be about MMA crossing over to boxing, which is, should MMA fighters stop crossing over to boxing? And the answer is simply, hell no. They should not stop. Why in the world would we ever sit here and tell MMA fighters to stop? Why? Because they're embarrassing the community? I mean, to an extent, sure, some of them might be. But at the same time, think of it for themselves. One, you get paid more in boxing, and especially if you have an established name with MMA and you do transfer over to boxing, you are going to make more money because there's no middleman out here, shuffling out your money. And you're more of an independent contractor and you can make more of it. So I always support people making their dollars. Not to mention, MMA is mixed martial arts. Some of these guys are boxers and some of these guys can box successfully. All right. Yes, sure. The last two we've seen with the Tyrons and the Ben, they're wrestlers. Like, they've grown up their whole life wrestling. They are not boxers. They never will be boxers. But we still have the Anderson Silvas. We still have the Jorge Masvidals. We have the Nate Diaz's, the Nick Diaz's, the guys y'all love so much. Like, they're boxers. They can box with some good. We had Clay Collard, who honestly was getting ringed on in MMA, transferred to boxing and was very successful. Like, sure, you're gonna look at the record like, didn't he like 7-5? Yes, but he beat a lot of up-and-coming boxers who was highly touted and they thought it was gonna be easy wins. Clay beat him. You can look it up. And I mean, there's people who can have successful careers. So I don't want to sit here and just keep on like ragging because we're taking these L's as MMA, guys, and they're transferring. I'm like, I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's boxing. These guys have been doing it. A lot of these guys have been doing it a lot of their life. Of course, they're gonna have an advantage. As far as the Jake Pauls and stuff like that, they're nitpicking, guys. Like let's keep it 100. Like, we know that there's guys in MMA that want to transfer over and that do want to box a person like Jake Paul, but they can't because they know that that's too big of a risk. And like you could say Izzy is one of them. Like Israel Adesanya. If Jake Paul really wanted to show that he's better than the MMA community, he would box Israel Adesanya. Realistically, I'm just saying. And we all know Izzy would do it. Yeah, like some people would say, oh, well, the UFC wouldn't allow that. I guarantee you, if he ever called out Israel Adesanya and Adesanya was like, oh yeah, I'll take that fight, you think Dana gonna say no? Hell no. You wanna know why? Because Izzy has boxed before, professionally. He's kickboxed before, professionally. And guess what, guys? He hasn't lost many. I think his total combat record is what, like 10 losses? And he has like 100 fights. Yeah, I'm confident to say his transfer will be a lot easier because he's already done it before. So yeah, I mean, and not to mention the size. There's that size advantage that Jake Paul got. It's not really there with Izzy. So yeah, like it just depends on the person. So they shouldn't stop it. It should still continue. I love to see it. And I mean, the ones I don't really care to see is the one that's happening in a couple months, which is the Anderson Silva fighting Tito Ortiz. Yeah, those need to stop. If you're over 40. We don't care. Stop. We don't want to see you no more. I don't want to see you fight no more. I want to see you at like either involved in the company. I want to see you start your own business. I want to see you thrive without fighting. I don't want to see you lose brain cells because you over here assuming that you can still fight. That goes even to the former boxers like the Oscar De La Hoyas and the Mike Tysons that want to come back and box. Stop. I want y'all to live long lives so we can consistently cherish you guys. I don't want y'all to sit here and die in the ring. So yeah, that needs to stop. We need to call those quits. But everybody in their prime-ish years, I would love to see it. And then obviously, I want to see you guys go into the MMA world. Obviously, that's never happening because they're going to make far less money and they're going to get their ass whooped. James Toney, that's why I got respect for him, and he's a savage because no other great boxer is going to do that. So you got to really think the balls on this guy. But yeah, man, that's basically it. That's all I have to say about that. So MMA fighters continue to try to build your brand in MMA and then cross over to boxing, but make sure you're not like Ben Askren because I don't want to ever see that again. Cool. But thank you guys for watching. This is Showtime's Fight Form. You already know me, your boy Showtime.